I went to get 2 noodles and 2 eggs, and I'm paying 1,000 naira. The question is, afford these things. That aside, if we have reached our revenue target for the year, can we come together and share the money as Nigerians? We should drop our account number and then say, okay, oh, this is the money that we made for the year 2025. Oh, on behalf of your family, take this. On behalf of your family, take this. But you know, there will still be problem, because even in your family, when they say give it to the head of your family, there will still be problem.
I was actually watching Arise News this morning, and I saw they invited one of the people working with the president, when he said they've actually made a budget for the year. Then one of the presenters actually said that the president shouldn't boast about getting
The target.
the target for the year, that has not even covered the loan.
Yeah, the loan.
The
It seems like, just like they say, money that cannot cover loan can use to eat food. We should use it to take care of ourselves. On a lighter note, another story that caught my attention is that of few marketers. They jostle for dominance as 9 depot price drops to 821 naira per liter. I have a problem with that, because I have a problem with this filling station selling at this price. Can't we just have like a uniform price? A uniform price, because imagine somebody running on 1 liter, and this filling station that they are selling fuel for 821 naira is in Kubwa, for example, and you have only 1 liter. How you going to leave Lugbe and start going to Kubwa where you want to buy cheaper fuel? So I feel like if marketers can come together, if we can have like a uniform price, if you go to this filling station, it should be the same price. That filling station, it should be the same price, basically. So our time is fast spent. You just might want to grab a copy of Daily Sun. Loads of interesting stories coming out of Daily Sun. Now we'll move to The Nation. The big story making rounds on the headline says, we have met 2025 revenue targets and we have gained stability. This is still the story. We met that story in the Daily Sun, and we are seeing it here now in The Nations. Okay. Above the nameplate, this says BPE to list 2 discos, Gencos on the stock exchange. Below it also says Wike camp gives condition for PDP convention to hold. Now, I don't understand why Wike holds PDP on a chokehold, because if there's anybody that should be sued for anti-party activities, it should be Wike. Like this moment you're cool with other parties, other moments.
Serious problem.
Do you understand?
Like, seriously. So that one of the presenters of this morning show I was talking about actually said, if PDP can fix the Wike problem, then
Like, why is
can
this so
have-
important in the grand scheme of things? Like, how the mighty has fallen, because now, and trust me, a lot of people have defected from PDP to the new political party ADC, and that's why I really don't take politicians seriously, because this moment they are clamoring for new Nigerians, and I'm like, excuse me, you guys are literally the same thing. You cross carpet from PDP to APC. When you didn't favor some people, they went back to PDP. Then when you didn't favor some people, do you understand? And there's my family and I lamenting.
Round on this roller coaster of lies and deceit.
So what happens if they don't meet the condition of Wike? Because I mean, why is it that in a party we have a Wike?
It must be met. Wike's camp said their conditions must be met. Like,
anyway, one of the beautiful thing about life is that nothing lasts forever.
nothing.
Even our lives, that all these things is even happening safe, does not last forever. So all of this is not going to last forever either. We'd like to see how that comes, like interesting stories coming out in the, I mean, 2027 is just around the corner. We get to see lots of betrayal. We get to see lots of alliance. And you know, one beautiful thing about politicians is that there's no permanent enemy, no permanent friends, just common interest. So we'd like to see how that goes in the coming year. So moving on to the very next paper, we have the Punch, and of course, Wike is the big story making headline in the Punch newspaper is Wike's camp demands ignite
Nice
fresh
correction.
PDP food. Like, I don't know. I just feel like PDP should just come together and decide that, okay, let us sell this political party and share the money.
And go
Because
and
I don't
rest.
understand. PDP once used to be, I mean, one of the big
It
political
was actually
parties.
the biggest,
Right now,
like
it's
the
just like a
biggest.
caricature of itself,
Yeah, it's
and
so sad.
a recipe for disaster,
Yeah.
and a recipe for public ridicule. I'm not sorry, because when they were sharing millions, I probably was in my
We
house
were there.
drinking gari and granite. So we'll see how the story unfolds. Above the nameplate, we have against Southwest tops as voters pre-registration hits 2.5 million. Tariff war, respect state electricity regulators, federal government warns disco. CNG price hits 450 naira as F as federal government withdraws subsidy. And we also have Makinde's camp party Makinde's camp party governors both reject FCT's ministers convention conditions, Damagun's removal and others. Lots of interesting things happening in PDP.
Yeah.
The Lord is their muscle.
Wonderful.
Customs intercepts firearm 484,841 ammunition
Mission.
in
Wow.
Southwest. National
Wow.
Assembly cautions WAEC on planned CBT rollouts. You get more of the story on page 28. We also have three Lagos laborers found dead
Dead.
in makeshift
Apartment.
apartments. We find that
Okay.
story from page 4 and 5. Atiku slams federal government as bandits sack Kwara village. Now, the insurgency has happened for so long in this country that it has now become a norm.
It will become a norm.
And this day,
Oh, God.
you like insurgency, kidnapping, and you just turn on your TV, and the next thing you are hearing is 20 people, or if there's a prominent person, they call the prominent person's name, and 20 others. May I not be part of the 20 others?
It can never
And
be.
20 others. That's how we say it can never be, but we need to. It's about time for us to begin to, hold our leaders accountable.
Exactly.
It's about time we charge our security agencies. It's not just by stopping people and profiling people. It's all about them actually working hard, because this moment you say, God forbid, it's not my portion until it's your portion.
But
A
God-
friend of mine has been missing. No, I'm saying this because it comes from a very painful place for me. A friend of mine has been missing since May. He went to Lagos to pick up a car from Lagos to Calabar, and the last time he was heard, him and his friend that they traveled together was somewhere around Imo at about 6:45 p.m. that day. And from that time till now, we've not heard from him. His family has put out all form of publication, public outcry and begging, please repost, kindly repost if you've seen this person. And up till now, nothing is happening. I don't want to believe, or I don't want to try to imagine what is going on in their family. Just like the adage says, somebody dies is better than somebody missing.
Yeah.
Because when somebody dies, you just have this mindset that, okay, um, XYZ is dead, everybody cries, we know where we buried him. But when the person is missing, you don't know if the person is kidnapped, you don't know if they had a road accident. And somebody asked, how much is Lagos to Abuja by road? Someone said 5.1 million naira plus ransom by the special grace of God. So the problem is, how many people can travel? Before now, we had people that could probably, travel 9 shifts
Night. I actually love
because they don't
traveling
want
at
to. They just
night.
want to sleep and wake up and meet themselves. How many people can actually do this thing? Even interstate, sorry, even intrastate within the same state.
Yeah.
We've seen people who, my husband's colleague was kidnapped. After collecting everything they collected from him, from Berger to Lugbe, they gave him sniper and they killed him. So the question is, just because it's not affecting us directly, whether you like it or not, it's beginning to touch home. These people that it's
People are
happening
close.
to, Nigerians are always, God forbid, it's not my portion until it is your portion. So it's about time for us to begin to hold relevant people accountable. And 2027 is around the corner. I get tired of the same old story. We're going to give you road, education, insecurity. See, Abacha once said something that if insurgency lasts more than 24 hours, some key stakeholders in
Are involved.
government
Yeah.
have a hand
Exactly
in
what
it.
I was actually going to say. Like there's this news now trending that the FG is about to release or has released the names of bandit
Bandits, yeah.
sponsors. Like it's
True.
been trending seriously all through
This
last
is
week
not
up
the
until
first time
this
they've
week.
released bandit sponsors and even the bandits. And after a while, you hear them say rehabilitation.
Yeah, and then they
That's the
put them in
same
the
thing. Yeah, it's the
military.
same thing
It's
they're
so
saying.
annoying. Now, a Kwara monarch and his queen
Queen.
were caught with over 120
20
million
million
naira of ransom money. That,
in their palace.
in, as
90 million
that
in the
means
palace,
they've
30
been
million in her account.
sponsoring bandits. And okay, this news of
When the people that are supposed to protect you are the people that are against you, what do you
they even
expect?
said that it was even allegedly, somebody allegedly
Thank
said
God
that it
for
was
the word allegedly.
Tinubu who and some other stakeholders who brought in bandits from
From,
outside
yeah,
the country,
Burkina
from
Faso.
Niger, Burkina Faso,
But that's what they say. Anyway,
Mali.
on that, thank God we said allegedly. We cannot really hold these people,
No,
you
we
know,
can't.
because I mean, social media is a place where anybody and
Can
any
say
can
anything.
say anything.
That's why we always
That's
use
why
the
the
word
former Minister
allegedly.
of Information, Culture and Tourism will always say something. Alhaji Lai Mohammed, fake news. So not until we are sure, we don't have to hold a name to it, and that's why when they arrest them now, they start shouting justice for this person, justice for that person. We're saying something behind the camera
Yeah.
when they were trying to set up. We said lots of things will reveal itself. We can't see it,
Exactly, with
but on
time.
Judgment
Yeah,
Day,
true.
on Judgment Day, we'll be able to tell them, oh yeah, oh, it is time. When they say, oh, my Vanessa, Miss Vanessa, come and enter heaven, I'll be like, no, 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 no. There's some juicy gist from Nigeria. We need to know. Can you on the TV, please? Let us see. So who killed who? So you're the one that killed this person.
Oh my God.
It is what it is. So let us just move straight to the very next newspaper that we have, the Leadership. Still the big story coming out of the Leadership. Wike's camp, PDP governors on coalition course over convention. I don't know what to say about that. We have spoken about it. They will be fine. They'll be okay. They are politicians. They probably fight in the daytime, but they share a champagne bottle during the night time when Nigerians are
not
crying
prepared.
of intense poverty. People's children are going to school in September. Children are resuming school next week. And as I speak to you, some parents are still, racking their brains on how to get money for school fees and all of that. So while politicians do, at least when you have money in your bank account, you can sponsor some type of lifestyle like endless fighting and disagreement. What is the fate of common Nigerians? Above the nameplate, this says recapitalization, fresh measure looms for tier 2 banks as deadline nears, says reports. Hajj 2026, NACON unveils application guidelines for travel agencies. NCAA urges EFCC to tackle aviation fraud. Nigeria-India bid for 2030 Commonwealth Games. We will work with Fubara after his return, Rivers APC. Children dying of malaria in AI age unacceptable by Obasanjo. Now, two stories caught my attention. The very first story, we will work with Fubara after his return. I thought it was 6 months. The 6 months is not okay. I don't know if the 6 months should be near completion right now, but I don't know if it's okay to suspend a democratically elected governor, just like what they did to Natasha, a democratically elected senator. What happens to representatives who is representing her constituency at the National Assembly? Because I want to believe that lots of things supposed to be going on for our constituency. Nigeria is just a place where anything happens. Like, I would like to say it's almost like a banana republic where law and order is not followed. Like they say, rule of law, absolute supremacy or predominance for everyone in the state. Both the ruled and the rulers are not decision taking in the country. But apparently, some people are above the law. Some people are more Nigerians than more Nigerians. Since APC are saying they will work with Fubara. Okay. Interesting time ahead of 2027. I would like to urge Nigerians to grab a popcorn. It's about to be a season film. We have season 1, episode 1 to 20, season 2, episode 1 to 20, and like that. We'd like to see how this goes. Then, children dying of malaria in AI age is unacceptable by Obasanjo. Okay, if he's talking about children dying about AI age, children have been dying even when he was president. What did they do? Okay, I don't know. In this age and time, if you're an AA person, malaria will hold you at least 4 to 5 times
True.
before the end of the
Very
year.
true.
In fact, these days you can even treat malaria right now. It now looks like the mosquitoes moving around have serious audacity, because this moment you treat malaria, in 2 3 weeks time you're back to the same, and they'll tell you, oh, you need to take injections. After injection, you need to follow it up with tablets,
Tablets.
and after that, in another 2 3 eke market day, you are back again to feeling feverish, and the same thing is malaria. Is there not a way the government, because we have the resources, after all they say we've reached our target, that means we have money, there's a way they can fumigate this country. Like, there's a way. Thank God now that they've given local governments autonomy. This is one of the reasons why they give them autonomy. In your local governments, there's a way you can collectively, fumigate the environment. We've seen ways where you see planes or helicopters fumigating above, like, just a way to curb, reduce these things that affect us, the amount of greenhouse gases that we emit. And even we as citizens too, we have our own to do. You wake up in the morning, you see raining, on a rainy day it's raining. Instead of you to dispose your trash properly, you throw it on the road and say rainwater will carry it away. It goes to clog in one place, and of course, where would you see mosquitoes? In stagnant water, dirty drain, when we don't have proper drainages and all of that. Yeah, clogged. So if our government cannot help us, we as individuals, we can also help ourselves, our immediate surroundings, how clean we are. So I don't want to believe that the ex-president is talking about just the government alone, but as citizens too, we can be responsible for ourselves and the people, in our immediate surroundings. So just because I am AA doesn't mean that I need to treat malaria 10 times in a month.
I'm saying it's happening in AI age. Like, what has AI got to
No,
do
I feel
with malaria?
I feel that statement is just coming from a place. I feel like
the
it's
age of
a
knowledge that
yeah,
all
an
of us
age of
should
knowledge where
knowledgeable
everyone should know
about
what
the
to
treatment
do.
of malaria.
Yes, where you have to equip
Yeah,
yourself better
better.
about what to do. And I'm going to commend the government. When I gave birth to my daughter and she was 3 months and I took her for immunization, they brought, because they say when person do something when good, sometimes they talk am. They brought a particular governmental organization came, even though I'm aware that some NGOs do that. They brought malaria vaccines for babies, and they were giving them as low as 1 month upward, and when my daughter took that vaccine, she did not really have malaria until, let's just say, 2 months ago. The vaccine lasted. So if there's a way we can take like a vaccine where it is subsidized, where we can take a vaccine and it helps us to, because even this healthcare that we're talking about, not so many people can even afford it. Some people in the rural area, they will drink and go and kill themselves. I'm not saying agbo does not work. I'm not saying it doesn't work, but sometimes we don't test, so we don't know the potency of these things. We don't test the source, because according to studies, one of the research says that the reason for the rampant kidney failure is for different concussions that people inject. So it is just what it is. Our time is fast spent. Let us skip and go straight to the Vanguard. And one of the big stories making line on the headline is still PDP and Wike. They will be okay. Alright, this says states have no excuse not to pay beyond 70,000 minimum wage by NECA. You can find more of that story on page 9. Above the nameplate we have, we've met our revenue targets, no longer borrowing from domestic banks. Okay, we hope so. Made in Nigerian footwears can be the best in the world. Oh, nice. INEC under fires as Ishekiri nations call for probe. Now, interesting story coming out of the Vanguard. You just might want to grab a copy, but 2 stories caught my headline. Made in Nigerian footwear can be best in the world. Now, Nigerians are classes.
Yeah.
If you're not wearing Gucci, Fendi, Prada, all the biggest designers in the world, I feel like if our government come together and empower those people in Aba, that Aba shoe that you're laughing at every time, because it's also going to add to the revenue.
Yeah.
So when you boycott those people, like, empower them. build factories, bring
And
them.
they're really talented.
They're really talented.
They're
So instead
really
of them
talented.
making a counterfeit or a fake, you see some people Fendi, the Abba, do you understand? Some Gucci, you see, you Gucci or whatever. Empower them,
True.
give them a brand name. Trust me, it's going to add to the GDP of our economy,
Yeah.
one way or the other.
Other.
So instead of people laughing at people and say, "Oh, you're wearing Abba, made in Abba," what do you mean? If so, instead of you laughing at people, it is just what it's so interesting conversations coming out of the Vanguard newspaper. So this is how much we can take on the newspaper preview. Interesting stories coming out of all the papers. You just might want to grab a copy and see what is happening in the country. And there's big stories making headlines on our national dailies. Let's go to a very short break. When we come back, we'll go to the very next segment. Stay with us.
Yes, guys, welcome back. So, as usual,
Just, and just it is.
okay, guys, let's go straight to the icebreaker. Dr. Liz.
Okay. So I have a question that I've been pondering on like lately, and as usual, I would like to hear your comments. I would like to see I would like to see your thoughts in our comment section, and I would love to ask my lovely host and Mrs. Vanessa, who is here with us today. So my
Today you are directing it first to me.
Okay.
Because you're always poking me.
I have to joke you.
Poking me.
I have to joke. If I don't joke you, who will joke you? So my question is, recently, have you been learning anything, anything at all, and how has that thing impacted in your life? Let me rephrase my question. What is that one very special thing that you have been learning recently that has made a huge difference in how maybe present things or relate to things, people, life experiences, everything generally? Miss Vanessa, would you like to go first?
Okay. First is, I don't think I've been learning anything. Let me be factual. It's not good to lie.
Oh
God
my
hates
gosh.
liars. Yes. I've just been okay. I think the only thing I've just learned is that, or the only thing I'm just trying to do this period is just, hustle, hustle, hustle more money. Because right now, I'm in the stage of my life where bills are crazy.
That's right.
So
Money
I'm
has
not
to
going
be
to lie
paid.
that I've picked up a book or
Okay.
I'm learning a skill. It's a lie. Oh. Because people that know me know that these days, where are we making the money? As far as it is legal, it's not
Yeah.
hurting another person,
Mhm.
it's not killing anybody,
Mhm.
I'm not backbiting. I mean,
Mm.
I don't think I should go to hellfire really for lying. The only thing I've probably done is
Enable
lie.
this app data,
But jokes
you
aside,
go to
I think I'm
options. Yeah,
just
it
at the
depends on the
point in my
PC you are
life
using. I
where
am using
I'm just
Windows 11.
really appreciating my parents for what they've done, because I mean, I'm now a parent now, and I know that when your father and your mother come back those days and they sit down under the moon with, and they are thinking,
Under the
eh?
mango tree.
Don't say they hate you. They don't hate you. A lot is going on in their mind. So I'm just in a position where I am looking at their life.
Yeah.
Maybe some people will be like, okay, maybe the economy was better then because
Mm.
it reached my turn to do parents. They turn biscuits to 100 naira.
Adulthood
No, do you understand? No biscuit less than 100 naira, and all
It's
of
even
that.
150 now. There's no
Thank you
100
very
naira
serious.
biscuits. It's 150.
Yeah,
Thank you,
even
thank you, very
crackers.
serious.
150.
Thank you, very serious. So these are the issues. So I think I'm just in my life where I am, pondering a lot about life and what is going to be. And of course, this series of events that have happened in the past weeks where I'm just finding out that life is fickle. Because I mean, I've on Instagram sometimes I wake up in the morning and I just, scroll, and I just look at somebody's page and I'm like, what's happening here? This
Yeah.
woman died. I'm going again. This woman died, but she
Like
was
people have been
healthy. So
dying,
it's just
like,
making
on a
me
large scale.
understand
So,
life. I think it's just a bit of so much emotions for me.
Yeah.
Understanding life, taking life one step at a time,
Mm.
and appreciating the beauty while I'm here. So I'm not really learning anything. Like they say, there's university and there's university.
Yeah.
So I'm just in the university, and I'm learning, I'm learning each day, as it comes. So yeah, that's basically where I am right now in life.
okay.
Over to you, Badila.
I knew you were going to come back to me, as
Ah,
usual.
of course
Okay.
now.
So, recently, because a lot happened over time with me, so now I'm learning to, I've, I've said this before, take my walk with God very seriously, because I've come to realize, because there are certain people in this life that, you wake up in the morning, you don't have anything to worry about, you don't have any
Yeah.
family member, but some people, destinies are different,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
so grace differs. So for me, I've come to learn that, there's a lot on their shoulders. So I'm learning to take my work with God seriously, and also I'm learning to, I'm gathering skills, because I'm trying to look for that, or those perfect side
Yeah.
hustles that I can incorporate with whatever I'm doing,
Doing.
Yeah.
because you can't actually put your life on a 9 to 5. It's dangerous for you to depend on a 9 to 5. So basically, gathering skills, DIYs, paying for um, skills online. Like there's basically almost nothing I don't know how to do.
Hmm.
So
That's really
that's
good.
what I've
There's
been
basically
working on.
nothing you don't know how to do. Can you make sniper?
You want me to?
When you said there's basically you don't know what you don't know how to do.
Just tell me you want me to. I like money. I'll go source.
Well,
I'll go source for it. I'll go
So
source
since
for
you
it.
asked the question,
Yeah, it's
my
you.
yes, my answer. Well, I'm learning to be an adult. This is a very interesting phase of my life, and it's shocking me more and more. Like
Like you bought yam and
yeah,
plantain for the first time in your life and you took home.
you know.
It was like an award.
So being the last born, like
oh, I get where that's coming
being the
from.
last born. I mean,
Oh my
you know
god.
how your parents are just protecting you, shielding you from everything, and then now I'm in the very forefront. Not that I'm in the very forefront. My brothers are, everybody's leaving the house, so it's just me, a little girl, then my parents, and then
And your dad.
yeah.
Mm.
So doing jobs, having to stand for myself, face people and tell them, no, you have to do this, you have to give me my money, being just being responsible. I've been responsible, but this responsibility is a university one. Like, I think I just entered 100 level in that university that you spoke about. And it's beautiful, I must say, because it's making me more strong, fierce, and resilient. And I'm beginning to face my fears about society, about people. So I know I have to think twice before I come out of my house, or before I reach out to a client, or just face people generally. And then it's something very interesting.
And the plantain and the yam.
Yeah, you know, yeah,
Then
that
put a
was
baby on the back.
And you know, there's something I would like to add to what you said is that when you said something, I'd like to just say that there's nobody that does not have a problem.
Yeah.
Everybody has a problem.
Yeah.
If we all sit down here right now, or if we could see through each other, or we have the power to read minds. Let's say we had like, what's the there's a word
Like the parable in Yoruba that says, "Na clothes they cover secrets."
apart from cloud cover, like if you have is it the power of telepathy where you can
okay,
tell
read people's
Read
minds.
people's minds.
you will know that we are all different people, like just
Yeah.
trying to airbrush our reality,
Yeah,
because everybody has one thing or the other that they are going through. So I highly recommend on Friday nights adults coming together with loudspeaker,
Lovely.
drinks. If you don't take alcoholic drinks, I'm sorry for you because you feel mad. Drinks, barbecue, loud music. Everybody come and say what they're going through. Everybody I'm like, oh,
Like,
hey,
that
yeah,
would help.
sorry.
That
So
would
by
be
the time all
serious
of us,
therapy.
yeah, because it's going to really help everybody
That
to
would
know
be
that you are
serious
not
therapy.
alone
You're not alone.
in this life. You're not alone. You are. Some people might be going through, oh, I really want to get married. Other people might be going through childlessness. Other people might be going through, oh, I need a job. Other people might be going through disapproval. Other people might be going through. So at the end of the day, it's just one word: be nice to one another,
Exactly.
and do not judge a path that you've not worked on.
Exactly.
Not until you've walked on that path,
Path, yeah.
you will never understand
You'll
it.
never
So all of us could
understand.
probably just sit down here and talk about it over and over
Over and
again.
again.
But let's go to the trending topics. We probably can leave this for like a podcast
yeah.
where we have people come and bring drinks, bring tissue, bring whatever. Tell us what you're going through. Who that boy that broke your heart 3 years ago is.
Yeah.
The person that told you
That's actually a
no
brilliant
is.
idea.
Yeah, like I mean,
We could
by
do
the time you are
that.
done, when you go home and reminisce on how your day went,
went.
you'll be very glad that you
Be
let out
glad.
your heart.
Exactly. Well, okay. I wish we would have this section like forever.
It will definitely pop. But our time is fast spent, so
Okay, so to the
Trending.
trending stories. Okay, so there's news everywhere. South Africa has been trending. South Africa has been trending all over the news like throughout the week. So we have Israeli migrants
Yeah.
freely flying their flags in Cape Town, South Africa. Not just Israelis. We also have like Ukrainians,
Yeah,
right? And
Ukrainians.
some other nationalities freely like flying their
Their
flags
flag.
in South Africa. And news reaching out recently, like telling us that black South Africans, that is
the blacks,
yeah, cannot enter Cape Town. So like South Africans are the verge of losing South Africa to the white
just like what happened to apartheid.
that time
That
they
time.
became
There was
slaves
this very
in their
wonderful
own
book I
country.
read then in literature
Yeah.
that spoke about the apartheid in South Africa. Sizwe Bansi is dead. I don't know if anybody got to read that book, but that's another book that gave an insight and how Nelson Mandela had to really, fight. But for South Africans who are xenophobic, when it's Nigerians, their power is like this. So what's happening to the rest of the world? Because South Africans are xenophobic. Like
They are hateful. You said they're racist.
I feel like yeah, they are, but
South
Nigerians
Africans and Ghanaians.
But-
those two countries.
and Nigerians are
those
what?
two countries.
And Nigerians are what?
No, we're welcoming.
We are not welcoming. That
We
is a lie.
are.
That is a lie.
No,
We're not like them.
We're not like them.
Are you serious?
Yes,
We're
not.
Are you serious that Nigerians are not like them?
We're not
We're
like
not.
them.
Oh.
Look at them freely moving around our country. How many times have you heard that a Nigerian actually murdered a South
no,
African?
we
or
might
Nigerians
not
are going about
see,
burning.
We might not necessarily murder them, but probably because we have like how will I put it now?
We have a
Probably
conscience.
like we
We have
maybe
sense.
we have like I don't want to use the word sense, but Nigerians are as when it comes to discrimination, we discriminate as much as they do. Even with fellow Nigerians.
Yes, fellow
2025
Nigerians, but not with
2025 was
foreigners.
see the only reason why we're not like that with foreigners is because typical Nigerians are xenocentrists. We love other people's culture to our own culture.
Mm.
With the way we treat ourselves is not the way we treat outsiders. When you go to the airport, they give outsiders more respect than they give their country
That one
people.
dey
That
sha.
one day.
When it is
that
time,
one
I'm
dey.
telling you the truth.
That one
When
dey.
I- when-
but
rather
it's
than a
it's not
Nigerian
we're-
deal with
we're
you,
them.
we're not them, but what I'm just trying to say is that I think that it's just that it's a bit on the high side for those people, but
Yeah.
I think it's a typical human nature. Because even in I speak Igbo, you speak Igbo, there's discrimination.
Exactly,
True.
there is.
There is.
You are in my land, come and carry your bag and go. You're not supposed to be in Lagos. Lagos is for Yoruba people. Oh yeah, you cannot be a governor in this land. In fact, 2023 elections opened my eyes to knowing that Nigerians cannot be one. We are just lying. We are deeply divided along ethnic lines
Mhm.
and religious lines. In fact, I would like to say more of ethnic lines than
Yeah.
religious lines.
Yeah.
Because till tomorrow, Yoruba people and Igbo people always fight, but they get married every Saturday. I don't
Yes.
even understand. On the papers, they hate
Tell me
themselves.
about it.
The thing is,
They don't want to talk to themselves. They really hate themselves. In fact, when opportunities come, they don't want to give themselves.
Yeah.
But the conjugal rights, every
I think
blissful
it's just mouth-fed. I think all of this rivalry is mouth-fed.
you will
That's what
hear
I
in
feel.
a particular
It's
Igbo
mouth-fed.
land.
Nigerians will talk, say it and not do
See,
it.
you will hear in a particular Igbo land, oh, you cannot wear this chieftaincy title because you are Osu. Osu is
Yeah,
outcast.
also
Yeah.
is an
We've seen it
outcast.
before.
Yeah.
In a particular, like a place like Cross River that has so many languages, you will hear you cannot come to this river because this river is for the people of this place, and we have lots of communal clash.
Yeah,
Exactly.
you do.
So I just feel like it's a human nature to preserve our own, but South Africans just do it above the board. And let me just tell you the truth: that Nigerians, whenever they find themselves in a foreign place, they never keep quiet. We are loud. When it comes to even this jackpot, we don't jackpot up to Indians. But any Nigerian that live this country, you hear, don't come to UK, oh, don't come to America. Oh. If you come, you will do this one. If you do, that's how one did podcast until he went to review how Nigerians falsify paper, how we travel documents,
yeah.
how we beg all our family members to donate proof of fund for us to cross. When we now cross, we'll now return money. That's how much we do those things. So Nigerians are loud. In South Africans are xenophobic to Nigerians because Nigerians, when a typical Nigerian is somewhere, we always announce our presence. There can be 20 race in this place, 20 different people from different country. Nigerians, when you enter, I kid you not, it will take you up to 5 years before you know who Nigerians are.
Well, ma'am, I actually don't agree with that because.
Are you
I believe-
serious?
Yes, I believe that.
Internet first, this internet,
No, I
Yahoo
believe
Yahoo
that
of a
as
thing.
Nigerians, as Nigerians, because I have been opportune to be outside Nigeria. I've experienced people as Nigerians, our presence is challenging. Like, you don't even have to tell people that I'm a Nigerian. There's a way, you understand, there's this.
We have an
carriage.
aura.
We have an aura.
We are smart people.
Excellence. We are smart.
We are
So,
smart people.
when we asked several of these other nationalities that we had there, like, okay, there was this Kenyan lady that was like, she loves Nigerians, but like her people really love Nigeria, but most of the times they don't come out to say it because it's like Nigeria is when a Nigeria enters a place, they just take over. It's just-
Exactly, the
it's
whole
just
dominating thing.
dominating thing. Like, it's not as if we do it out of pride or we do it on purpose, but it is who
I don't
we
understand.
are as
Look at what
Nigerians.
happened in Ghana.
It's who we are as Nigerians.
How can you be an occupant in somebody and be a visitor and you're going to go and drag land with the owner of the place? You think if it's Nigeria they will allow you
based on who we be now?
based on who will be? Can you imagine? This is where you are biased.
I
Nigerians are great people, but we have our own too. Let us
we
just
have
be
our
I'm following
factual.
what you're saying.
We have our own too.
Because who get mind to go they drag? Okay, look at it's happening in South Africa as well. When they said, okay, the man actually he got the land, but South Africans are saying now that he got the land illegally and he built a massive structure. You see how long it took them
Nigerians
to
will build
destroy.
a land,
Hmm.
employ you,
Employ you
and
as
show
in
you
we
that you
have
are not. Do
grace.
you understand? It's not the matter of Nigerians will come. See, let me tell you, Nigerians have audacity.
my
That's what I can just tell you.
We have
We
mind.
do
Our
now.
audacity.
Who will they? Who want fear.
As in, who do you want to fear? Okay, no problem. It is just what it is. But at the end of the day, I pray South Africans, I pray South Africans, get justice.
Yeah.
Okay, ma'am. Some people have been saying this one has been going out a lot that we helped South Africans before
So now they are calling on us.
and then they attacked us. They destroyed lives. They killed. You know, a lot of Nigerians were killed during that xenophobic attack.
Yeah, of
like
course.
years ago.
Yeah.
So now a lot of people are saying, do you think Nigerians should help South Africa again? Like Nigeria should help South Africa again? Me, with my full chest, I say no. I say no.
Okay.
So, Baba, what do you think?
I don't know what I think. I really don't know what I think, because at the end of the day, Nigerians are still benefiting in South Africa, just like
Exactly.
South Africans are benefiting.
No, I feel they are
Here in
ungrateful.
Nigeria.
And
They
I
are
also-
ungrateful. No,
I feel like if they have a way to just finally get the South Africa, like if they are able to colonize South Africa, there's one way or the other, we would feel it a little bit.
I want a
That's
film, why is it
one
concern us?
African country that is already colonized already. Haba. So I think all African countries.
You don't know what Nigerians are saying in the comment section, that South Africa should drink their cup. They should.
No.
They
They
should
should-
drink their cup.
And we too should see that in our country.
Eh, now
We also
should mind
have
our
people that
business.
are there. We cannot mind our business, because at the end of the day, we have lots of bilateral
Exactly.
ties and lots of.
Exactly.
We don't see the world is going through a lot already. We should make it easy for one another.
Yeah, we
That's
should.
just the
But me,
position I
will
am
not help
at
South
right
Africa
now.
If I was the only one, okay.
That is why you are not the
Yeah,
only
you're
one.
not the only one.
Go ahead. Our next story. Our time is
Okay, our
fast.
next story is about the local security in Kwara
Kwara
State has actually won over the bandits. Like, they've actually cleared
Yeah.
the bandits. They've actually destabilized the activity of bandits in Kwara
Kwara
State.
These are
And-
stories and conversations that we like to hear.
Exactly.
Because at the end, like we said it during the paper
Paper
preview,
review.
Yeah.
True.
some big shots are actually always behind it. So
exactly.
there are loads of negotiations that go
Yeah.
behind the scene and under the radar.
Mm.
We hope to
Yeah.
hear more. I mean,
Of this.
if you want to fight your power tussle, innocent people don't have to be,
Yeah.
one of the props or recipes for your disaster that you are trying to. I don't know the right word to use, but however it is, these are the kind of interesting conversations that
Yeah,
we should have as a
look out
nation,
for.
and not just conversations that will just say it because it's propaganda. Propaganda. Or
Propaganda, yeah.
it's actually happening. If it is that it is true that it is actually happening, it's a very good one, and we
Yeah.
must commend
We
the
commend
relevant
that.
security agencies
yeah, for that.
for that great feat.
Okay, our next story is the follow-up on Dangote and Fina's sister.
Okay, I'm so sorry to say, I have a lot to say about this issue. For everybody that is coming out to use this situation that is happening to Fina right now,
She's clout.
may God give you exactly what she's going through, because I feel like humanity have just forgotten. A lot of people are raving mad. And I've noticed that people just jump on the bandwagon like, okay, this is happening. Before you know, you've gone to one part, you've set ring light to begin to talk nonsense. She asked for 1 billion naira over her sister's. Excuse me, was her sister sleeping in their bedroom while she was asking for that amount of money?
Okay.
When you reach your family turn, ask for 2K. What do you mean? Somebody's hand. Apart from that, somebody's life. If we were in a serious country, if we were in a country that works, because Dangote trailer has killed thousands of people.
Yeah.
Thousands.
What do you mean? Year in, year out. And nobody, like, imagine you giving underaged people, or imagine you giving people that,
Sure.
someone that does not have a driver's license, just like Daddy Free said on his live. What are the parameters these people go through before you hand over the key of a truck
truck.
or a trailer to
Loaded,
them?
And one of my friends was
loaded,
telling me
heavily
that
loaded trucks.
all his staffs are professionals.
All
I
the
was
stuff
like,
are professional,
no.
then that one does not have a driver's
professional,
license.
Aboki.
And that one does not have a driver's license. Even if FINA demands 10 billion naira, nobody's life or see, try and amputate one of your leg
Ah,
and be bedridden for your life and be totally dependent on other people. And people are like, you are good. When you reach your family to ask for 1K with one cold malt, you must be stupid. I'm so sorry to say that, but a lot of people are very, very insensitive. Plus, the people that have carried the Messiah syndrome on their head, I don't want to mention their name for obvious reasons, but the people that have decided to turn the whole thing to mock people that are going through a lot at this time. Imagine somebody coming out to say you are responsible for your sister's death because you prioritized
Money.
1 billion. Do you know how much is 1 billion naira? I'm sorry to say. I might be a broke person, but 1 billion naira for some is when you have health issues, you know that money is nothing. When you are in and out of the hospital, you will know that money is nothing.
Nothing.
Yeah.
True.
People that are in dialysis center, they can tell you that in a month they spend close to 10-15 million. Imagine you are spending
Very
that
true. Very true.
in a month. What's a month? In a month you're spending close to 10-15 million minus other drugs or other things that might happen or come your way. You never even buy the kidney.
Abi.
Then you're telling me that 1 billion naira for someone that is going to be forever bedridden is enough. So Nigerians are very wicked and evil people, and that's why I say that sometimes we are the reflection of our leaders.
Yeah.
When you see your leaders behaving mad, Nigerians are madder than that.
Wicked and evil.
Yes, we are wicked, because if we're not wicked, how would you turn somebody's agony into content creation? In
Some
this time,
Nigerians.
in this time that somebody is actually like this lady's life was literally cut short.
And the thing was, when she was in the hospital, when she was still alive, most of these people did not
Did-
actually come out.
nobody
to
said
they
Do you
anything.
understand? All of a sudden,
didn't
everybody
have
has like
anything.
unsolicited advice. Fina was this. Fina was. God
Online
knows
brothers
that.
and
God
sisters,
God
online
knows.
in-laws.
God knows why He didn't give me supernatural powers. God just know why. He gave some people actual powers, because if you are giving me supernatural powers, I know what I'll use
You
it to
just
do.
go ta ta ta.
Like, what do you mean? Like, what do you mean? See, in this Dangote matter, it's because we are in a lawless country. Nigeria does not uphold law. If it was
No.
a saner climate,
It
we will be
happened-
talking
this
about
same
1
thing
billion naira.
happened outside the country. In one country, what country was that? I was actually going through it then. The guy, he cleared 3 people. As in, that guy is currently in jail. Like
Like,
sharply
do you understand?
in jail.
And this
the
thing has
driver.
killed thousands of people. People
People.
die every other day. Like, do you think it is like chicken? Even chicken self, the person wey buy am,
Huh.
they feel am. How much more human beings? Someone that is at their prime. It's just sad. Let's go to our very next story, because if I want to talk about this thing, I probably will talk and rant, and then I'll sound like another content creator. But it's fine.
Okay. Well, this is well.
I think we should have just one story left.
Yes, just one
before we
story
call it a
left.
day.
Cardi B's lawsuit.
Yeah.
Okay, the $24 million lawsuit. So it was recorded that Cardi won.
Thank God she won, because why are you recording me? Like, I come into a
Without
building,
my
and because
consent.
I know Nigerians are guilty of it. If you want to start, you know how many people have seen their family member on social media because another person could not keep private
phones to
moments as
themselves.
private moments.
Yeah.
And Cardi lashed at her, and she said Cardi beat her, Cardi did this,
Pushed
Cardi
her.
did that. I'm just very happy that she won the lawsuit, because if we're to be serious in Nigeria, like I said, in Sena climate, a lot of people will pay. They'll pay through their nose, because this moment now, you can just be laughing before you know now you're on Insta blog. Even you will not even know. It's your friends that will be calling you.
Yeah.
Do you see yourself on Insta blog? You might be eating in a restaurant, having a few time. One unfortunate person from a very useless family will just feel like, okay, how can I video this person that and say, there's one particular sound on TikTok. I know with you lately, POV. I'm in a restaurant, and I saw one person eating like a goat. Before you know, you are there. You're on Insta blog. You've landed yourself 3-bedroom apartment on Insta blog. Then go to comment section. They are insulting your life. If you were to hold people accountable like that, you know, even that thing when you're trying to get an altercation with somebody and you are videoing, they did this, they did that. That's like what they did to that Ibom Air. That was a private moment. If it was the silent, if it was the saner climate, we know how much it's just going to be. So yeah, it's just what it is. I know we could probably speak about it. That's why I say this is our conversation. We have to elaborate the time, because we have lots of things to talk about. But sadly, it's about that time. Yeah, it's about that time. Well, but before we go, I have something to say. If you're an unfortunate person and you go about using other people's moments of downtime as content, Almighty God will locate you with the punishment that's appropriate for you and your generation, because it is not funny. Imagine going through a private moment that is of grief and intense agonizing pain and torture, and everybody have different unsolicited opinion when they were not there when the thing actually happens.
And why is
It's
no,
worse
why
than
is
hellfire.
no serious person, like why is nobody with a name, like a good name, like
Talking
why is
about
nobody
it.
talking about it? No
That's because it is
lawmaker,
not your business until
nobody.
it happens. It's
Oh
not your business
God.
until it happens.
Thank
And at the
you.
end of the day, these rich people and these politicians, they are all in a cabal.
They will all,
So
always get
yeah,
away with everything
Exactly. So
It
everybody
is-
will just lay
until
low, like they can't see
God's
or
hand
hear what's
gets
happening.
to them.
yeah.
All right, guys, we've come to the end of today's live stream. Guys, share, comment. We need you to, as usual, I say, bombard us with your comments. It's through your comments we'll know how to serve you better. And subscribe to our channel. You know, from us here at 71 Media, you have anything to say?
Just subscribe to our channel and then we'll see you in our next live stream.
Okay, like they've said, like, comment, subscribe, share, give your family, your friends, your enemy, your neighbors, who you hate, who you love, who you are marrying, who you are breaking
Tell
up
them
with.
about us.
Tell them about
We
it.
want to be. We want
Yeah,
to be.
we'll see you again in our next broadcast.